in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Shut up, just shut up.
Play action, now it's Lance. Throwing left side, it's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Anyway.
Throwing now is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Lance. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Giants defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. Let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. That's a functional.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now a play fake. Lance
Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And going deep downfield for Boykin. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
To throw again on second down. Jackson forced out to his left. First down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From just shy of midfield, Jackson dancing to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after
after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
49-7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st down, Pitts. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Pitts finding some room at midfield. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the 49ers are back within a score. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Jackson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7, and this is 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing on first down is Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Check 59, Mike. Mike to 59. It's coming this way, coming this way.
They faked the handoff. Now Lance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Flushed out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
49ers 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Zerline's kick is up and through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a handoff looking right. He juked him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance looking to throw it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Shotgun now for Lance. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. Shreds the tackle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one.
God. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A God. I just told you. That's who I think I am. Would it have been better if I had a song that said, I am a nigga? Or if I had a song that said, I'm a gangster? Or if I had a song that said, I am a pimp? All those colors and patinas fit better.
It's through the end zone for a touchback.
On a person like me, right? When someone comes up and says something like, I am a God, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And Lance now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw.
Touchdown! A great play there with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Ravens 49.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They go play action now. Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Lance now on 1st down.
Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Eluding the pressure right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lance. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Chase Claypool, 37 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
63, 49ers, 31. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. This one caught by Kittle. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big third down play there for the Niners. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll run on first down. Pitts. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second down and 8. Now Lance. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted-for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Lance now on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Let's get this.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now to add the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
49ers 38. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Zerline good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And, oh, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,